Alright, what's going on guys? V7 Genesis here, and today I'm bringing you guys the no-nonsense guide to unlocking gold camo for the ballistic knife. Now, the ballistic knife in this game behaves a little bit differently than in other games. The knives seem to have a bit more arc and have a much slower velocity, so it'll take some time to master kind of the timing and distances. But for this guide, I'm going to recommend you treat the ballistic knife as a normal knife or melee weapon instead of a ranged weapon. So kind of treat it as a knife that if need be in a pinch, you can use a ranged attack. So obviously we're going to be approaching all these challenges with a melee mindset. Now for this video, straight up, we're going to be playing everyone's favorite training ground, Nuketown. Nuketown 24/7, it's just the no-brainer map, okay? It's the smallest, or one of the smallest, and it just makes going melee only very easy, or easier. And obviously we're trying to make this challenge as easy as we can for ourselves. Now we are going to have two classes in today's video. One class is going to be for, kind of just normally running and knifing, I guess. And the second one is going to be for a specific challenge that we're going to have to do. So our first class is going to be perk greed. Now obviously you're knifing, you don't need attachments, so you're going to be running, you want as many perks as we can. So we're going to be running 6 perks. Our 6 perks are going to be Tac Mask, Flak Jacket, Tracker, Gearhead, Ninja, and Ghost. Now these perks are obviously very straightforward. Tac and Flak, you're going to be surviving all other lethals being thrown at you. Tracker to find people. Gearhead to get your field upgrades faster, and also having 2 of them so you can keep having them around the map. Ninja, you're quiet when you're running, and Ghost, you stay after UAVs. And we're going to be doing a lot of flanking and running, so this perk is just a must. Now I'm going to put the class on screen now for you guys. You guys can look at it, copy it, do what you need to. I ran tomahawks in this gameplay. Don't know why. I kind of just had them just because I was meleeing, so might as well have another melee weapon. Now, the second class is the one I recommend for when you guys are going to be unlocking the disoriented challenge. We will talk about that one later when we get to it. Now, for this challenge, we're going to be using Danger Close to give ourselves 2 smokes, giving us more chances per life, per se. And the perks for this class are going to be, once again, Tac Mask, Tracker, and Ninja. Those 3 are like the holy trinity for knifing, and I recommend them all the time. Now, I recommend the field mic for both of these. Just you can put it down, especially if you're trying to go for your kill streaks. You can pop it down, and you can prepare and just kind of be ready and know where enemies are. I'm going to put that class on screen now. All right, now that we've got all these classes and you got the setups, let's get on to the challenges. Now, obviously, the first step to unlocking it is having the ballistic knife. Now, I do know it is a new gun. Not everyone's going to have it. So I'm going to put a little annotation on screen now, sending you guys to my video to where I showed you guys how to unlock the ballistic knife the fastest way I think is possible. Hint, it's not in multiplayer. It's in zombies. So go check that out, unlock it, then come right back to this one, and we'll be waiting for you. Now, there are, like every other gun and weapon, 7 main categories. Now, for the ballistic knife, there are 100 kills, a shoot and stab in a single life combo, 3 kill streaks, backstabbers, disoriented kills, sliding kills, and rapid kills. Now, on to the challenges. So for the first 100 kills, it's straightforward. I mean, you're going to unlock this just by using the weapon, so don't even worry about it. Put it in the back of your mind, don't even think about it. For the second challenge, you need to get a melee kill and a shooting kill with a ballistic knife in a single life 3 times. Now, this isn't hard per se, and there isn't really any strategy to it. You kind of will just do this on your own as you start to learn the weapon and how it handles. I mean, other than that, this is going to be another one of those challenges that just do come naturally just through using the gun. So I don't really think we need to be worried about it too much. It'll just come naturally for you guys. Now, the third set of challenges is getting 3 kills in a single life with all kills coming from your knife. Now, I mean, this isn't hard. You can either shoot them with a knife, you can stab them, or you can do a combo of both. Doesn't really matter. Now, you can kind of do 2 different ways here. You can kind of just rush up mid-map, maybe get lucky with 3 kills, or you can sit back in your house or sit by an objective and just pick people off as they come through, constantly moving, to make sure you're not being tracked, you're not being predictable. You want to be unpredictable. That's your one advantage with a knife. You've got movement on your side. Just keep moving and manipulating the map to your advantage. So yeah, as I mentioned, objective game modes are going to be best for this just because people are going to be thinking more about the objective than just going for kills. If you're playing TDM or kill confirm, people are thinking, I need tags and I need kills. So they're going to be hunting you down. They're not going to be worrying about a dom flag or hardpoint. So I definitely recommend trying to vote for or get objective game modes as most often as you can. Now, for the next challenge, it's going to be backstabber kills. Now, these don't really have a strategy to them. I guess you could say it does if you kind of incorporate it into your playstyle. Now, obviously, with a knife, we're not trying to go head on to someone because if they see us at any distance, we are at a disadvantage because we can't shoot back. We only have a knife. We have like 2 meter range. They have all that range with their gun. So our job when knifing is to be flanking around the enemy and flanking behind them. And doing that, we're going to be getting our backstabber kills. So this is another one that naturally happens as you develop a melee only playstyle. You learn what works, and flanking definitely works. Next up, we have the 50 sliding kills. Now, this can be a little bit tricky if you haven't knifed in a while, you haven't done it, because the knife will lock on when you're standing, but if you're sliding, you lose that lock on with a melee weapon, and it'll just swipe. So, just a little bit tricky is learning the timing of when to, pull your trigger, click your mouse to kind of get that swipe off and get the kill. But once you do, you'll find that sliding is your best friend. Duck under bullets to slide to the side, slide into cover, reposition yourself for the knife. So learning how to slide will obviously get this challenge done, but it'll also help you on for later on when you're learning and doing other challenges. Now we are on to the hardest challenge for this gun, and it is the one where we're going to be using our second class, the disoriented kills. Now these are just killing 50 enemies that are disoriented by your smokes, stuns, or flashes, and you got to kill them. Now, when I see this challenge, my mind goes straight away to smoke grenades. Now, the reason we're using smokes and not the other two is because if the person is running tac mask and you stun or flash them, you have a second, maybe a second and a half to get that kill before it wears off and it no longer counts for the challenge, which is, we don't want that. We want as easy as we can for ourselves. So this is why I recommend smoke grenades, because you throw them down and it has a much bigger area of effect. So you can do two things. You can do this. Number one, you can just throw a smoke down mid-map, sit in there, hope someone runs through it, and just give them a quick little stab and make some progress. Or what I did kind of halfway through, realizing it may be a little bit more efficient, is what I would do is I would play my normal playstyle. I would flank, I'd get into their faces and just be all aggressive. But what I would do is before I killed them, I would throw a smoke grenade down then, and then I would stab them, meaning that they couldn't go anywhere. I knew where they were, and I got the smoke grenade off, and I got the kill. I found that made it a little bit easier to get the challenge done. So you guys can try both styles, see which one works for you. And remember, this challenge is so tedious, you are going to get annoyed. You're going to think you should have got the kill and it should have counted, but it won't. And you're going to be looking for killed under smoke, or I should say killed smoke enemy, or something like that. You're going to see it plus 25. That means you got progress towards the challenge. That lets you know that you did it. You got to remember, this challenge is so annoying, so any progress you get is good progress. If you get one that game, you made progress. Okay, you got to remember that. Just keep your head up, keep grinding it, and eventually you're going to unlock this challenge. Finally, the last challenge, it's no surprise to anyone who's grinded any gun camos, it's your double kills. Now these will honestly happen naturally. Just when you're playing aggressive, you're going to be coming across more people naturally, how it works. But you can do a few things to kind of increase these odds. Now, number one, you can sit on objective or around objectives. Number one, this is why objective game modes are so good for this, just because people are kind of like, they kind of put like hunting down and the killing in the second priority to them. Their first priority is getting on the flag, capping the flag, capping the objective, getting on the hard point. That's their second job. So if they're not thinking about that, but your number one job is getting the kill, you're ahead of them and you're going to be prepared. You're going to be jumping on them. So that's one thing you can do: sit around or on objectives. And people usually do play the objective in pairs, 3. They send team pushes, so you have a very high chance of getting that. Also, you can just sit in high traffic areas, so maybe sit outside one of the house doors as people just start running through to stab them and jump in the house, play mid-map. All you can do, also, you can also just maybe stab one person, and then if no one's around you, look around quickly, maybe get a shot off with your knife and just stick someone at range. But there kind of is no real strategy to it. Just kind of manipulating the map and your positioning to work better for yourself. It's all playstyle. Once again, meleeing is a completely different ball game. So once you kind of get that playstyle down, the rapid kills and any other kill for that matter are just going to roll in, and you'll have the weapon gold in no time. So congrats guys, you now have the gold ballistic knife. If you guys enjoyed this video and thought it helped, a like is greatly appreciated. And if you guys liked it, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
CIA team, defend our freedom.